Today we're going to talk about first and second declension Greek adjectives. But before we get into declining the adjectives, remember that adjectives, like in Latin, need to agree in case, number, and gender with the noun that they modify. So let's actually look at one. Here we have kalos, kale, kalon, the adjective for beautiful. And we have three principal parts, each denoting a gender. So kalos is the masculine, kale the feminine, and kalon the neuter. So the masculine will use second declension masculine endings, the feminine first declension feminine endings, and the neuter second declension neuter endings, just like nouns we've seen previously. So if we look at the masculine, all of these endings should look familiar. One caveat is that the dative singular here should have an iota subscript under the omega. The feminine endings are your first declension feminine endings. And the same thing here, the eta for the dative singular should have an iota subscript, but I can't figure out how to put that in text, so you'll have to pretend it's there. And your neuter looks just like your second declension neuter endings. Again, an iota subscript should be under the dative omega. So these endings should look very familiar to you. The only time that they'll look a little different is when you have an epsilon, an iota, or a rho preceding your os of the masculine ending. Here, for an example, we have radios, radia, radion. And the only time this will really change and affect the declension is in the feminine. So let's compare it with the feminine of kalos, kale, kalon, which we just saw. So, for radios, radia, radion, the feminine will have an alpha, where in our normal adjectives like kalos, kale, kalon, we've seen an eta. Pretty much the same exact sets of endings, simply swap out your eta for an alpha.